Simba, remember who you are. Hey guys, today, if you haven't guessed by the intro, what I want to talk about is remembering who you are. I guess the message being remember who you are. And I actually have had this message on my heart a lot lately because sometimes, and I'm not talking in the Finding Nemo Dory way, sometimes I have a habit of forgetting who I am and comparing myself to everybody else, jumping into that game of like looking at the Instagram likes and looking at this and finding ways that I just don't measure up to someone else. And so I listened to this song by Riley Clements, and I'll link it in the bio, so the description box, as well as the comments, called Remember. And in the song, she talks about, because you know the maker of the stars, he don't make mistakes, he just makes art. Don't you go in pain over all your scars. Remember who you are. And I have a habit sometimes of losing sight of that. Losing sight of those things that make me me, the quirks, the good, the bad, the great, and the ugly. And so I always think back to when I was in high school and I took art class actually my freshman year. And there was this girl who I sat next to, who I was friends with, and I always had this habit of looking at what I was doing over here and then looking at what she was doing. And I mean, this girl, guys, she was amazing. Like, she just goes and would just go, and she could paint like the Sistine Chapel in an hour. And it would take me a week just to do one small canvas. And so it's tough because in the world we live in, especially on social media, sometimes there's this thing where it's like, well, so-and-so has more followers than me. Well, my painting took a week versus her going like this in a day. And so it's really easy to get caught up in the game of comparison. Feeling like you're not good enough because someone else has a gift or talent, or maybe does something a little bit faster or better than you can. I think that one of the biggest struggles that I have as a person is I have a tendency sometimes to think that I'm not good enough, to compare my good, bad, great, ugly to someone else and think that I'm just not worthy. And I think that it's really easy in this day and time sometimes to fall into that mode of comparing ourselves to everybody else and comparing who we are, what gifts that God has given us to what someone else has. And in those times when that little voice of doubt, that door opens, that little voice of doubt goes through and it creeps into the back of your mind, you have to remember who you are. Simba, remember who you are. And it's hard sometimes because when you get caught up in things, it's sometimes easy to forget those little things that make you you. The quirks, the good, the bad, the great, the ugly. But what you have to do is remember those things and remember that those are what makes you you. So that is my challenge for you guys this week. Remember who you are, and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button below and ring the bell to become part of the notification squad. And in the comments below, tell me some different topics or types of videos that you want to see in the future. And don't forget to have a wonderful rest of your week. Happy #Motivational Monday, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.